For over a decade now, across nearly every form of entertainment, whether we're talking about Hollywood, comic books, or video games, fans, audiences, customers have noticed something, that there is now a push for agenda and identity politics ahead of storytelling, that takes center stage. Not what kind of story you're telling. Are we entertaining our fans? Are we making this for the consumers, for the customers, or are we making this to make sure we push some nonsense into this story? And now, once again, we have a massive controversy blowing up specifically around one singular company, Sweet Baby Inc., a consulting company that goes to video game developers and helps them tell more diverse and inclusive stories, helps make sure that they're telling more stories about marginalized communities, more stories that are set to lecture their core audience, straight white men, on how they actually need to be thinking. And it was all because Sweet Baby Inc. employees decided to make it a big deal. They got mad that people caught on to what they were doing, and they're just one consulting firm. Let's not get it twisted. There's multiple consulting firms that are just like Sweet Baby Inc. It just so happens that they had been attached to some rather big-name projects over the past couple years, and they are now upset that fans are taking a notice to what they're doing in gaming. They wanted people to be banned. They wanted people to be censored, all because they were exposing what Sweet Baby Inc. does. And as a result, the Sweet Baby Inc. curator that is set to let people know, just so you know, this is what they're involved in. These are the games that they're involved in. We don't recommend it, but you'd make your own decision. They went after gamers, they attacked gamers, and it is blown up in their faces. Now we're discovering who their CEO really is. The CEO who says you need to go and basically threaten your employers to make sure we can come in and make changes to your games. And now, predictably, the mainstream media has been out in full force. This first Kotaku article, Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. No, one company isn't forcing diversity into all your favorite video games. Again, the woke games journalists who hate gamers. They despise gamers. Most of them hate you if you're straight. They hate you if you're white. They hate you if you're man. But especially if you don't echo all of their woke bullshit, they fucking despise you. They are now out in full force. PC Gamer has now dropped an article. A company called Sweet Baby Inc. has become the target of anti-woke gamers because it offers consultancy work, an industry standard service that's been normal for years. Well, of course, there's multiple consulting agencies. It just so happens that Sweet Baby Inc. is at the forefront. Their mission goal is to make sure we have diversity, equity, and inclusion and tell those stories from that frame of mind, to push that agenda into all the games we worked on. What else do we have? Of course, Eurogamer also getting in on this. Spider-Man, Alan Wake, Ridiculous Fishing devs speak up in support of consultancy studio Sweet Baby Inc. after online group claims firm pushing agenda into games it worked on. And predictably, we now have a war, games journalists versus gamers. It's been going on for a decade, and it is heating up today. A lot of it started with Alyssa Mercante, who is senior editor for Kotaku, wrote this piece for Kotaku. I spoke to the team at Sweet Baby and infiltrated the Discord group, tried to get people to dox themselves, rallying against them to try to paint a clearer picture of what the fuck is going on. Does this article mention anything about Sweet Baby Inc.'s CEO being a full-blown racist? Because I have a feeling this article doesn't mention it. Hi, you can't be racist against white people. Thanks for tuning in. Immediately gets ratioed to hell and, of course, gets community noted. This is the people we're talking about. And she has since been protecting and unprotecting her Twitter account. She's going out and playing victim. If you're a woman / queer / person of color in this space, you've probably experienced harassment, probably more than once. But when you have a life off the internet, it's like a swarm of bees stinging a giant. Temporary pain at the overwhelming nature, sure, but it goes away. The rallying cry, I'm a victim, but don't worry, I won't let it bother me. Attacking gamers, attacking people, calling them incels, calling them chuds, the same shit we've seen over and over and over again. Interestingly enough, Kim Belair, the CEO for Sweet Baby Inc., the one who's also been exposed for the shit she's said, by the way, all you got to do is go back a couple months. Apparently, she's familiar with the work of Alyssa Mercante. I mean, she retweeted this not that long ago, Alyssa Mercante. And perhaps most importantly, spoke with these people about Call of Duty in Palestine. We have to talk again about how war games depict the Middle East. so obviously familiar with her work. And listen, are there going to be people that know each other, journalists, people in the industry? Yes, of course. But we're talking about this insidious relationship between gaming companies and journalists, when journalists will do everything in their power to protect these companies. That's clearly what we have going on here when it comes to Sweet Baby Inc. You can already see the journalists gathering together. Paul Tassi was talking about this the other day, retweeting Kabrutus, who's been at the center of this. Kabrutus is the person who made this curator to begin with, which has exploded to 200,000 followers now. But Paul Tassi retweets him. Damn, we got from we hate this woke consultancy firm to ethics and game journalism pretty quickly, huh? Imagine that. This is so embarrassing. I don't care if you don't want to listen to game journalists. Just please be less lame about it. Eventually, he tweeted, I'm done with these Gamergate 2 bros. It's not worth my time. Games journalists should probably be fucking worried about this because their careers have crumbled down over the past decade. Nobody trusts them anymore. And now they're going all out in order to try to defend Sweet Baby Inc., defend one of the companies that's responsible for all the woke bullshit being injected in these games. And of course, the reason they exist, the reason consultancy firms like Sweet Baby Inc. exist is because the developers are trying to go do this stuff. It's not just Sweet Baby Inc. The developers at these studios they also want to increase their DEI credit scores, their social credit scores, make sure that we appeal to so many people except our actual core fan base. They can go fuck themselves. It's a reciprocal relationship. But to pretend like Sweet Baby Inc. just isn't involved is wild. Great article over on geeksandgamers.com from Alex. Sweet Baby Inc. does exactly what gamers think they do, kind of pushing back against the Kotaku article, using quotes from the woke CEO, showing how they are the ones that attacked gamers in the first place. And now it is just a complete and total shit show. We're going to see more of this. Now you got people immediately after writing articles that go protected so no one can respond to them on Twitter so they can go and play the victim. It is exactly what you would expect. They've been using the same fucking playbook for 10 years. Attack gamers, pretend that they are actually the victims when they get called out for it. But at the end of the day, people have seen this before and they're not going to fall for it. The Kotakus of the world, the PC gamers of the world, they are getting destroyed right now for trying to defend a dog shit company. Let me know about all your thoughts about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.